Welcome, welcome. You have now entered the cosmic radio receptors of KCRW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. Thank you for tuning into this week's fabulous program. I'm Dr. Gigi, and my co-host is, as always, Jacques Kepner. How are you, Jacques?
Greetings, Doctor. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show. Special thanks to our one and only sound engineer, Michael Gorse, who is replacing all sorts of people who are kind of going down with this COVID thing going on, a new wave of it. But so thank you, Michael, for coming in and doing this important job of engineering. Yeah. I want to mention that you're hearing this very live show today, KCIW in Brookings, Oregon. That said, the same show will be broadcast in exactly 1 week from now, each and every Wednesday on KZZH 96.7 FM in Eureka, Humboldt at 8 a.m. in the morning. And then a few hours later at my old alma mater at 1 o'clock on KFUG 101.1 FM in Crescent City, California. And we're growing up and down the coast. More people are interested in the show because of my co-host, Dr. Gigi. So now we have got your coasts covered. All right. What medical marvels does my brilliant multilingual German practicing physician, hospice director, 3-time patent-holding scientist in DNA genetics, and major university professor, what do you have for us on this week's health segment, Dr. Gigi?
Thank you, Jacques, for this gracious introduction. We are talking about polycystic kidney disease today.
So we were going to be talking tinnitus until one person reached out to our friend.
Yes, that's true.
And he asked, could you please explore polycystic kidney disease. Okay. Yeah. Tell us about it.
So polycystic kidney disease is the most common inherited kidney disorder. It's caused by several genetic disorders, but one of them is, or the most common cause is a, what did I say? Jesus.
A genetic language change?
It is a dominant mutation, meaning if you have that gene, then you have that disease.
Okay, I sort of get it.
Yeah, so 2% of all Americans have the disease, but they're not symptomatic till after the childbearing years.
Okay, so it has anything to do with my former kidney cancer that I had?
It has absolutely zero to do with it.
I had it 24 years ago now, and I'm still
kidney
here.
Cancer, yeah.
Knock on wood.
You had the clear cell. Yep.
That's knocking on wood.
Okay.
Okay. My head.
Often genetic mutations are not actually diseases that we will experience because we have two genes, one sick gene, I guess, if we have that mutation, and one healthy gene. And so usually we can play over that mutation and we stay healthy.
So because we have two parents.
Yeah, because we have two parents. But if you have an autosomal dominant gene, such as they usually are with a polycystic kidney disease, then we will get that sickness.
Somebody recently paid an insult to me. I only found out later, but they asked if my parents were siblings. Okay, what is polycystic kidney disease? I mean, what is it? I mean, what does it manifest it?
So it is exactly what it says. There are fluid-filled bubbles in there. They're called cysts, and they grow in the kidneys. Wow. So they cause the kidneys to enlarge and eventually later on damage the healthy kidney disease because they take away the space for the healthy kidney tissue.
These cysts are usually not cancerous, right?
Right. They are usually benign. Cysts, by definitions, are benign.
And how many cysts do these people have? Is it all over the place?
Yeah, well, so they have one to start with, but they can have hundreds later on.
Whoa.
And it can also be spread into the liver, but it does not cause any disease in the liver.
Good. Because my liver needs a break.
So it's diagnosed usually with, the symptoms are you have blood in the urine.
Oh, that's not good.
And more often you have kidney infections, and so that's when they're starting to investigate that.
Okay, off script. Isn't the kidney one of your favorite organs, Doctor?
It is, yeah.
Just because it's so miraculous.
It is so... It has a lot of, it does a lot of things. You know, it takes the poisons, so to speak, out of the bloodstream and makes pee out of it. But it also controls our blood pressure.
That blows my mind. The kidneys control the majority of your blood pressure, not what everybody thinks, the heart, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I remember talking about that. All right, keep going.
and etc.
Okay.
So the symptoms typically appear between the ages 30 and 40.
That's my age.
Yeah, you're 41 barely.
Oh, shoot. I thought I was 35.
But then, you have the chronic back pain and you have the blood in the urine. You have high blood pressure because the kidneys are damaged, so they cannot control your blood pressure anymore.
Good. That's not good.
You have the frequent or recurrent urinary tract infections. Maybe you have headaches, kidney stones. So you are in trouble with it. And worst case scenario is you have to get on dialysis because the kidneys don't function anymore.
You told me recently when I had that bladder infection, you said, you're in trouble. Okay, so
how was it diagnosed? Older folks get it? And
older folks primarily get it then.
Well, older folks are symptomatic for it, right? You get it from birth. You just grow your little cysts.
And if you think you might have this, what is the symptoms of it? I mean, where do you get
the flank pain?
The flank pain?
The urine,
like
the blood in the urine, yeah.
Blood in the urine, you just said that. Okay.
Yeah,
headaches or no? Yeah?
Yes.
Is that why you say you have headaches all the time every time
Excuse-moi. Okay.
Hold your hand, you say I got a headache.
So we're a little further along. So the diagnosis is done by ultrasound because the ultrasound can see all these little cysts. Ultrasound of the kidneys.
So that's not hard. That's easy. That's non-invasive.
Right. It's very easy. And it's very cool to do. And it is something, especially if there's somebody in the family who has it, because it's inherited in an autosomal dominant fashion.
Treatment. Talk about treatment.
There's really no treatment.
Oh.
So what you can do is prevent that to get worse in being good with your blood pressure. Being good in drinking a lot of fluid, water.
Lots of water. Yeah.
In this case, to keep the kidneys hydrated. And if so luckily we only need one kidney to function.
Yes, as I have one and 1/3, right? No.
1 2/3.
I have 1 2/3.
Yeah.
So we took out a third of my lower left kidney.
Yeah. So we're good with just one kidney. So if one kidney fails, then we can just move along with one kidney. In worst case scenario, as I said, they leave the kidneys in because it doesn't spread or anything, but you might have to either get a kidney donation. You can get that.
There's a lot of people online to get kidney.
Yeah. But you can also live with dialysis.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to keep you alive, you do it, right? And they're improving these things all the time. Obviously, watching what you're drinking, no smoking.
Right.
Best, right?
Definitely.
But you know what? About talking about smoking, do you know why cigarettes are good for Mother Earth?
Tell me.
Because they kill people. See, I said about Mother Earth, nature, right? Okay, still don't laugh.
Not a good job.
All right. Well, I'm on that new diet.
Yeah? Tell us about that.
So far, I've lost 30 days.
That one is much.
Okay. Is that it, Doc, on polycystic kidney disease?
Yeah.
Very interesting. And it affects quite a few people.
2%.
Right. Well, there you got it. And a big shout out to other people that are out there. And I forgot to say Jaden and Jared and Vera are all listening. So welcome in, listening to all the rest of you people. Victoria's out there listening. Chuck, hey, Chuck, what's going on? All right. Where am I? Am I now down here I'm going to give introduction to our guest here. This is my time. Oh, I don't need that. I've got it here. We're having all sorts of technical issues here today, but we're going to get
One
by.
of us does.
All right. Prologue for our guest. All right. It's time that we move on to our guest today on the Doc and Jacques Show. 3 gentlemen join us in the studio today. One of them, a veteran multiple Doc and Jacques Show guest, and the other 2, first-timers. Although, Daryl, you were on the Jacques Talks.
I was.
I want to say a year and a half ago or so. With these guests, Dr. Gigi and I will be exploring some topics that I was personally involved in the 1980s when I managed a series of upscale restaurants in San Francisco and was trained as the maitre d' by Antoine David, the famous superstar chef of French cuisine. But those days are long gone, and restaurants and the bar business remain. And they are a big force in our society. To me, restaurants and bars are nostalgic. And there's so many different things. It's not just food and drink that we go to these establishments. It's the human interaction and the social etiquette, a public place where people and ideas get to meet. And that are super fun and furious business, but full of risk and oftentimes craziness, right? So that being said, Daryl Winkleman joins us in the studio today to talk about restaurants, and in particular, his own popular restaurant and bar called Enoteca in downtown Crescent City, California. We all know it. It's a good restaurant. It's a great vibe place. It's live music. It's lots of things going on. Alongside Daryl sits Charles Passmore, the busy barkeep at Enoteca.
Next to me.
Happy to be here.
There you go. Who serves as one of the many smiling faces of the place and a helpful hand to Daryl and the kitchen crew backstage. But Charles is also a promoter of sorts and has been investing some of his time in producing media events and producing catchy commercials about Enoteca and yours truly, thank you, with the help of AI or artificial intelligence, and he knows that world well. Lastly, John Mendoza, genuinely a good guy and a friend to so many in our coastal communities, and I might add the leading frontman for the rock band Cut It Like the Kings, joins us today.
You forgot iconic.
The iconic, that's right. He's an iconic character. Right?
That's what you said it last time.
Yeah, that's an iconic.
You said it.
Not an ironic, iconic, which means, you're a symbol of the place. The big lighthouse is an iconic structure that we have off our coast, or several of them. He's the leading man for Cut It Like the Kings, and he joins us today to catch up on what's going on in his world and his promotion company, One King Entertainment. Now, there is a method behind my madness for having these three unique and diverse gentlemen in the studio with Dr. Gigi and I today. So take out your pens and papers, open your notes on your cell phones, and get ready to describe some great information about the aforementioned topics and a unique first annual festival happening at where? Enoteca in Crescent City this coming Saturday, August 30th. It goes all day. We'll be finding the details of that out shortly. And without any further verbiage for me, let me introduce Daryl Winkleman, Charles Passmore, and John Mendoza to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show. Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Ooh, thank you for coming.
Daryl Winkleman. Gigi,
right,
did you
we'll
ask him some questions?
Yes, we'll start with Daryl today. What is your title and position?
At Enoteca, I'm the owner.
Okay.
So
What's your position, owner?
You do chefing there?
You
I
do a lot
do
more.
everything.
You do everything.
Yeah.
I actually run the bar if I don't have a bartender.
Like Charles. Okay.
Yeah.
I have weekends sometimes.
Yeah. I cook. I was the only cook for the first 3 years of having the business.
So there was only one dish only.
Well, no, there was quite a few, but
Yeah.
Nick Sandoval was my cook at the time. From the Mighty Steelheads, yes.
Long-haired.
Wow.
Hey, Nick.
And I've known him for years. And when I bought the place, he was the guy cooking. So I kept him on, got rid of everybody else, replaced staff. And and I worked for the school district at the time. So I'd come in the morning at 5, I'd get stuff ready, I'd go to work at 7, get off at 3, and come in and close.
Oh,
And we were just shocked at how long Enoteca has been around. It's made its mark. You have made it. How many years?
It'll be 11 coming up next April 1st.
Wow.
So it's 10 years.
An April joke, right?
Yeah, it
April
was.
First joke.
It was.
So how long has Enoteca been into? Was it Enoteca before, or did
It was Tomasini Enoteca.
Oh, okay.
So, and
So
they
you
were...
changed it to Enoteca?
Yes, I just took the name off. Everybody knew
Yeah.
Enoteca, so I just kept it. Took Tomasini off and just kept Enoteca.
Oh, it was Tomasini Enoteca.
No, the people were thought that were the Tomasinis owned it, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
I
go.
see. So when we went to Germany, whenever we saw Enoteca, because Enoteca actually means a wine
Wine bar.
something
Yep.
or other.
Yeah, wine
so
bar.
Jacques got always very excited. It took a picture and sent it to you.
And I got those.
Yeah, right. We standing in front of all these places called Enoteca.
So what are the hours that Enoteca is open?
Open at 11, Monday through Thursday, and close at 9. On Fridays, I open at 11 and close at 10 because of music.
Yeah.
Right, the great music venue.
If there's...
And sometimes it goes longer than 10,
Yes.
right?
If it's a full house, I stay open.
And you're right downtown on 3rd,
963rd Street.
kind of right down the street from a few tosses down from Grocery Outlet on 101 and 3rd. And then,
Chase.
I'm hooked on to Tri-Counties Bank.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Wow. So how many people do you now employ?
10.
Whoa.
Wow.
I got
That
10
is good.
employees.
You've had lots of people and come and go,
Yep.
and you have a penchant for picking people that are iconic, No, that are smilers. I mean, everybody's smiling. I mean, you really got people. I think that's one of the things. Maybe when you're interviewing, you kind of say, "Hey, is this person a people person?" Because you really pick people person.
I do. A lot of them are pretty good. I've went through quite a few. I've probably gone through, in the years I've had it, probably 40, 45 employees.
Wow.
To keep the handful that I have.
Right on. Right on. Do you also clean the bathrooms, and are you the janitor and all that? You do everything.
You forgot to mention that. You're also janitor.
I do.
And you've done some kind of new adjustments to the facilities, particularly in the back.
Yeah.
You've added a big fence out there.
Yep.
And you have chairs in the back there so people can sit. During COVID, you survived COVID.
I did.
Wow.
And that was crazy.
Crazy on that. Were you ever doing outdoor dining only?
I did. When COVID hit, at first I was struggling a little bit, and I thought, man, I've got to do something. I get off work at 3:30 from the school district. By the time I got down there, it's 4:30, and I thought, gosh, I'm going to be open only a few hours. I can't do this. So I bought a circus tent, and it covered the whole back area.
Whoa.
And put it up, and every night I started advertising. It took a while to get out, but once the word got out, there was 25 to 40 people almost daily.
What a trip.
When I came to interview, and that was...
That's a doctor here at the hospital you're talking about?
At Sutter.
I thought you might have interviewed with Daryl. I don't know.
Oh, well, for my job...
He needs a physician.
I was here for one day, and so the only place I went, actually, they said, where can I go out to eat or anything? He said, well, there's Enoteca. So I sat outside in one of those chairs and got myself a burger. So that's the only place I actually went to because it was COVID. So everything was closed.
And it's like bittersweet. Some people it hurt, COVID hurt them.
Yeah.
It actually helped me because I put that tent out and there was people that started coming in. It's never been before. Well, so once they started coming in and see what I was about, now they're my regulars and they're there all the time.
Yeah.
I recently took a poll and the entire tent collapsed. All right, what kind of food would you say? Sum it up. You do have a variety of interests.
I do.
Yeah.
I do American cuisine. So I do the hot and cold sandwiches. I do the Italian pasta, and that's our homemade pasta that we do. We're very popular with that. I recently added, it's been probably close to a year now, I started doing ribeye steaks, garlic crusted prawns. I do a local cod snapper.
And I've seen the big prime or the steak because John Mendoza likes. He and Barbara sit there and get one of those.
I like
big
steak. Yeah. I like meat.
He likes meat.
And then you have those special events where people can reserve, and then there's the surf and turf with steak and prawns together, right?
Yep.
We're going to get up to your big event that's happening this Saturday, the 30th of August. We'll get up to that in just a minute. But what about the bar? Tell us about the bar. You have recently gone through a renovation.
Yes.
Made the bar much larger.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years now, but I used to have the Tomasini bar that was out in Fort Dick, and that was the original bar out there. And it was, from what I'm hearing, it's close to 90 some years old, this bar.
Wow.
It's in my storage now, but
with the tent. It's hanging out with the tent.
And the chairs.
And the missing pole.
The missing pole.
Some bad employees didn't make it.
But I just decided because it would only seat probably 8 people, and I would have a lot of people come in, and the bar was full, so they'd say, "Yeah, I just wanted to get a drink," and they'd leave. So I just decided to do the bar now, which is 31 feet long, and
right on, and
it's got 15 seats at the bar.
And I've seen Charles Passmore throw
lots of room for beer sliding.
Yeah, for beer sliding.
Beer.
That's what I knew. Now, before Gigi gets into some of the particulars, I ask you about your beers and things like that, which we'll also be asking Charles. Tell us about your brother Stuart. I mean, your brother Stuart's a good guy, and he's the one that painted the interior to look
Actually,
like...
it was my brother Jeff.
Was it Jeff?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Then who... Do I know Stuart? I mean, Stuart is your brother Stuart?
Stuart is there right now, right? He's there often.
He comes in once in a while.
Yeah.
So he'll come in. He's the one that walks with a cane.
Yeah.
That's Stuart. He is also a painter. He just painted a big mural at my house. But Jeff is my youngest brother, and he's the one that actually painted all of that.
Be darned. Because everybody that has seen the inside of Enoteca knows immediately what it's all about. It's pirates and fiery... silhouettes of ships and acts of war and firing their cannons. And And you got
octopi.
an octopi and just some weird,
Very cool.
3D stuff that's off the hook, man. Yeah, it's really
Yeah, and then and you look through a brick wall, and it looks like
it's kind of got a
very
3D
cool.
mural look to it. So very talented. Okay, well, shout out to Jeff there. By the way, you can all hear this show at your own leisure by going to kciw.org and clicking on past shows, and at the top one, scroll down to Doc and Jacques, and this will be on there, and we'll say about Enoteca and John Mendoza will all be listed here. All right, what do you got to ask them about such a bar that big?
Right, it is. Thank you for handing over the microphone here.
Okay, I got in trouble.
How many different beers do you serve?
I have 35 taps. So 5 of those are ciders. So
okay.
30 beers.
So 30 beers, 5 ciders? Mm-hmm. We only always get 1, right?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Any cans?
I have on the uppers of 10 to 12 different bottles and canned beers.
Are they the same on draft or are they different?
No, I try to keep them separate.
Okay.
I do have a Coors Light on tap that I do in bottles in case because that's a popular beer.
Yeah, it is.
So I keep that one. But we switch pretty much every day. I'm switching beers.
Wow.
Oh, so do you have pitchers too? Can one get a boot?
We were going to ask that weird picture they have, strange.
Yeah, so sometimes you can get beer in a boot. That's what he had.
Yeah, it's a
64 ounce
64 ounce beer tower.
A beer tower.
It's called a beer tower.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
In fact, I'm on that all you can drink beer tower. That's called the Enoteca diet. So far, I've lost 5 days.
We also have like the beer and cider flights if you want to try different things. The 35 taps.
You have flights?
We didn't know you had flights. Okay. Would you? We were going to get right to that and talk to the bartender about that. How about wine, Daryl?
Wine? Yeah. Do you have wine too?
I do. I actually have a big shipment coming in tomorrow.
Okay.
Dang. So is that a new thing or does it go?
No, I've had wine. I was just having problems with the distributors and I finally got it all straight. Now I've got actually 10 cases coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm now a little bit intrigued about the ciders. Where do you get those from?
Humboldt cider is one of my favorites that I get a lot of them from. I also get one from Chong, which was with North Coast. So they also have ciders.
So semi-local-ish?
Yes.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your homemade wine that Charles last year we came in and he goes, "Psst, come here."
I know. That was
I think it's like your homemade sangria.
It was
your
homemade sangria. Yeah, and he goes, "Come here, give us a try, man." I loved it. It was very tasty.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was homemade. It was homemade?
Yeah, I make it.
Oh, wow. I tried to make beer once and I had to toss it.
Well, a lot of people do. That's what John hangs around outside waiting for those moments.
With a steak.
Oh, no. John does not drink, though, right?
No,
Yeah.
I don't drink.
Yeah, he's not a drinker.
I
Okay.
was making prison Pruno. And then they raided and
He'd sell
that
it
was
to
the end of that.
prison, yeah.
Do you also cater to parties or weddings? Or?
I do. I actually just did a wedding Saturday.
That's why you were
Oh,
closed.
yeah,
We
yeah,
came
that's
down,
true. It's closed for a wedding.
We came down and it
didn't-
was...
Oh, that's why it was closed, because we were thinking, who's getting married there? I mean, we thought maybe you closed because one of your employees is getting
So
married.
you
and
were
you're all
catering
there.
it.
It was.
Oh, wow.
I was hosting it.
Really? And was it out at some reception hall or was it there at the...
It was at my house.
Wow, cool.
Oh,
I actually fixed my house up for weddings.
Well, I'll be darned. And you can do that again, you mean?
Yes, I can.
So you must live in a really cool house.
It's pretty nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
We like crashing house parties anytime.
Yeah. You got to come by and try.
Hey,
Hey,
babe,
yeah, but
winning the lottery.
right, winning the lottery gives you a 1 in a million chance that you won't go to work tomorrow. Alcohol gives you 1 in 5. Okay, tell us about the band and stage area and the dance floor that is so popular and unique at Enoteca.
I do a lot of bands. I do every Friday, Saturdays throughout the year. I have
And
bands.
you are so consistent. And then you got Dean
every
Monday nights, right?
Jeff-
Motorcycle
Jeffrey
Monday. Jeffrey Dean.
So you got basically 3 nights a week. Nobody comes close to that much entertaining that you put on.
And it's pretty consistent, and it's cool because I have all the different bands. I also have out-of-town bands once in a while.
Yep,
They'll
they come through.
Come through, and they'll hit me up on a Tuesday, Wednesday. Hey, you got an opening? I just put them in.
That is fantastic that you are a promoter
So
of music.
are you the maker of plans or and the booker?
I do all of that.
You do all that? And so people have to go to you or do you
Yes.
actually go?
They call the restaurant. They reach out to Charles. He takes care of my Facebook page, and then he will let me know, hey, this person's getting a hold of you. They want to play. And
we're talking hundreds of bands come through and musical acts come through at Enoteca. And have we ever paid? There's never been a cover charge.
Never charge.
You never charge. How
I do it for the community. That way, because when I got the place, I've always wanted to give people a really good vibe and a place to go and enjoy.
Right on.
And if I'm charging, I don't feel like I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for me.
Yeah.
So I just basically, it's free to get in. Because when they're in, they're going to buy beers, wine, food, and that's what I enjoy doing.
And a good festive. And the band is band stage. John Mendoza, is it a nice band stage to play on?
Yeah. It's unique because of its shape, so you have to adjust accordingly.
Kind of goes in the corner, but.
So here's how I look at it, and this is for all the musicians out there listening and they have a band. If you see Daryl out there with Jen having his soda or tea, whatever it is, you need to turn it up a notch. If he's in the kitchen and you don't see him, that means you're keeping him on the dance floor and keeping him busy. That's how I look at it. If I look at Charles and we doing all right, he's like, yeah, we're doing it. So what I aim for is to keep him in the kitchen as long as I can.
Right on. By the way, today I celebrate 100 days being sober. I mean, not in a row or anything. That's my entire life. 100 days total. All right, Gigi, let's.
Well,
Okay,
congratulations.
Daryl, sum up your overall reflections on the restaurant business. Can you?
Yeah, pretty much. It's if you want to come and have a good time. I try to keep it, and I try to bring people downtown Crescent City. That's what I'm trying to do.
Right on, man.
Would you advise? Would you do it again, and would you advise other people to do it?
I would just be prepared to where if you buy a business, you have to be married to that business if you want to make it successful.
11 years. Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Wow.
And I love it. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I just happened to fall into it and been there ever since.
All right. Now, John Mendoza is going to tell us a little bit more about the big thing, but are you pumped up and ready for Saturday's big festival at Enoteca? It's a Renaissance event, right?
Yes.
Renaissance.
Barbecued, smoked turkey legs.
Wow.
I got those. You'll have corn on a cob, walk around with a skewer.
And it's going to be indoor, outdoor.
It'll be both.
It'll be flowing outside.
Yep. The whole outback parking lot will be vendors, live bands, and they can come in or out.
And the turkey legs you're actually smoking?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I was smoking them. I didn't like them.
Kind of hard to keep in the paper.
Yeah, hard to. What's the best thing what's your favorite thing and the best thing about owning a great restaurant and establishment and bar establishment as Enoteca?
Just seeing people having fun.
Right on.
Coming in and watching them laugh and enjoy it and come up to me and say, man, this is so great. And that makes me feel good.
Right on.
It's like I've accomplished something.
I will say I agree with you. And everybody, he is an approachable guy. You're so approachable. You come up, you're busy cooking, but after it starts slowing down and goes more into the music venue or whatever, you pop in and out. And you're a recognizable guy. And, man, just come up and say hello, and he will give you a handshake. Same with Smiley over here, Charles Passmore. All right.
So, Daryl, how do people get a hold of you?
Yeah.
They can call me at the restaurant.
Give us, you want the number?
Yes. That's 464-2909.
464-2909.
707.
Area code 707.
707-464-2909 is Enoteca. And how about you're on Facebook?
Yes. I have
It's just going to be Enoteca Restaurant at our Facebook thing. You can always find like different menus, different videos, lots of cool
websites, all that stuff. Just by Enoteca. Yeah. Okay. Hey, is it time for me to do the mid-show break already? Man, we're having fun.
Yes, just about. We might as well do it now.
Am I? Yeah. Next is up Charles Passmore. So we're going to be asking you some questions here, but I can't find where's my mid-show break stuff. Here it is. You are listening to KCIW 100.7 FM in lovely coastal Brookings, Oregon, and heard up and down the coast. The list of major sponsors for this community radio station are Advanced Airlines, flying in and out of nearby Crescent City to Oakland and L.A. 7 days a week.
Yeah, Hawthorne.
Dr. John Kirk's Port-au-Prince Craft Brew, now in 2 locations, and Tsunami Lanes Bowling Center, all in Crescent City. Michelle Bupert with our own vibrant local Curry County Chamber of Commerce. The Crescent Harbor Art Gallery in Crescent City, right down by the boats. Nick and Lisa Rail and their PPA, or the Partnership for the Performing Arts. the medical team at Chetco Medical and Aesthetics in Harbor, who works there. By the way, you work there. That's right. Besides being a hospice doctor, you are working doctor there. And lastly, you're our co-host, Dr. Gigi Reed, and yours truly. We are here on behalf of KCIA and KCIW.
Excuse me?
I have said that. I know. It's CIA, CIW, right?
Same thing.
Okay. Thanks to all of you for your support. All right. Charles?
All right, Charles. Well, you're up now.
Up.
What is your title at Enoteca?
So a lot of times I'm mainly a bartender, but I also serve, and I do a lot of different things with Daryl in order to keep everything kind of clean, flowing, different beers going. And
Very cool.
Got a great smiling face, man.
Yeah. And what days do you actually work there?
a lot of the times I am Monday through Friday, usually like
Yeah, you
4
have the
p.m. to
weekend.
closing. It does switch around a couple times. We also have Jeffrey Dean's wife, Kim Dean, who works with
Yeah.
us, Josh Grant, amazing bartenders, amazing attitudes and everything.
Yeah, very cool. Now, so how do you keep the 30 beers and 5 ciders
And cans.
and cans
pitchers
and wines and stuff?
towers.
How do you keep that all on,
Lots of stocking. Lots of different stocking. Kegs pop all the time, especially having like 35 different beers and ciders on there. But we enjoy
Wait, you
having them
have kegs? You have kegs
Yeah,
there?
just the whole
Hey,
keg
that's
room right behind that
kegs.
wall.
That's kegs?
So ask them about that on the other side of the wall question. Do you see the other side of the wall? What's it like being there?
On the beer taps.
Well, there has to be 35 kegs behind all those.
So it does hide like a cooler and a keg room and everything. It's kind of like a hidden world back there. Kegs, hoses, CO2 lines, all working in a perfect harmony to keep the beer flowing.
I guess I never realized they're coming out of kegs. So you have to have at least 30 kegs there somewhere.
There's actually some people back there that just they pour each one and go through.
I never even thought about
I
that.
have roughly 45 to 50 kegs at all times in the back.
Oh,
My gosh.
my goodness gracious. That's a lot. My math teacher once said, if you have 5 beer bottles in one hand and 6 beer bottles in the other hand, what do you have? And I raised my hand and said, a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a lot going on back there, huh, Charles? It's behind the scenes, lots of hose. I've seen Daryl and you disappear back there because something is maybe a keg is popped, you said. That's interesting.
I change them out.
And you got to change them out.
Constantly.
Do the ciders come in kegs?
Yes.
Wow. Same kind of things? Big?
Yep.
And the wines, bottles.
The bottles are on those.
I mean, the wines will come in bottles?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we open them and pour it.
Okay.
So.
And then you keep it at whatever, 27 degrees or whatever they
Yeah,
said.
the whites we do.
Yeah.
The reds are warm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so we just heard how long is the bar, Mr. Passmore?
So a good 31 feet, actually. Also made out of cement and epoxy. So really good for those beer sliding moments, like we were saying.
You get to test the beers. You get solicited a lot. And
When we do get a new beer on tap, I do like to try just to be able to tell a customer the type of taste, bitterness, and everything like that. But a lot of the times I have people come up to the bar and they'll just give me a certain type of beer they like, and we are definitely able to find them something.
Yeah, that's what I do, right?
Like with the flights,
I
yeah.
say, well, you would go in and say you want a heavy stout
I like
like
stout,
thing.
yeah,
you
if
want
I'm gonna drink
the coconut or whatever.
No, that's a Chetco. I like Chetco's coconut stout.
See, we have the Irish Cream Stout out of Fall River Brewing. Really good. If it's too bold and everything, if you mix it with just a little bit of the Lost Coast root beer out of Eureka, gives it just an
So you
amazing
do,
taste,
yeah.
actually. Just a little bit of root beer in there.
Oh, so you have non-alcoholic stuff too, right?
On tap.
We do.
Oh, on tap.
Well, we drank Diet Coke or Coke occasionally there when we go there.
Yeah,
And water.
Pepsi, right?
You don't have to drink it. But what's that funny thing again? The tower?
The 64-ounce beer tower.
Beer tower.
And what is the flight? 5, 6 different types?
We usually do about 4 different types of beers during our flights and everything, especially on the...
Little glasses?
Yeah, just about little 4-ounce glasses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
During the Super Bowl and everything last year, we did $12 beer towers too, and that's 64 ounce. So everybody,
Oh my God!
at that time.
Now wait a minute. Let's back up to Daryl. You do have the biggest TV in town.
I do.
I mean, the thing is massive. It's just, well, I do. Yes, I sure heck do. I'm the biggest one.
It is. It's a projector.
You got to improve it or get another one?
I already did.
This guy doesn't fool around, man.
I just did.
He puts his money back into
just
the business.
purchased a brand new one. It's got the pixels. It looks more like an actual big screen TV now.
Wow, what a
Go big or go home.
Okay, Charles,
That's it.
what is your favorite thing about being a bartender or, working at Enoteca?
So a lot of the times, especially being a bartender, for a lot of my years, I was a slot technician working for the casinos. I just recently got into bartending, I want to say about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
One thing great about bartending is learning about different customers, different stories, and of course, always having a good conversation to come into.
Right on.
I see kind of bartending just as coming in, hanging out with my regulars, and then kind of going home.
And you got a big handshake, great smile. You can't miss Charles. I mean, Charles has got, right? He's got the smiley face.
You're
a
all the
great
time.
base to the place. I got to say, you're a real asset.
I appreciate that.
To that. What's your favorite beer?
I was just saying something about that Irish cream stout and mixing with that root beer.
that's
That's kind of. We also get it's a macadamia nut porter on out of Six Rivers down in McKinleyville. That one's just amazing.
I might have
So
to try.
porter is also very heavy, right?
Porter's a darker beer. When we had Russell Smithson from Porter Pints on, I asked him what his favorite beer is. This is the one in my hand.
Yeah.
There you go. I got to add how I got him into the business.
Yeah.
Yeah? Charles. Okay.
Yeah, Charles.
Yeah.
He came in one day because he was done with the casino, and he goes, "Man, I need to find a job." And he says, "Well, I started working in bartending." And I said, "Well, pour yourself a beer, get done your beer, and go out behind my bar and start serving." And that's how I hired him.
Wow.
Started that day and
Great
everything.
story.
I've been there 3 years now.
Wow.
Well,
Congratulations.
very cool.
Well, again, you're a
Now,
great face to
the tap, is it organized alphabetically? Or how do
No,
you know?
sometimes we kind of put it to different, like wheat beers, pilsners, different sections of the 35 beer taps. You'll find all the ciders and everything all together, all
So
selections.
you're serving local, regional, and global beers, right?
We even had a German Hefeweizen on out of Munich, Germany. That Daryl actually, it took him 3 months to get that keg into our restaurant, but we got it and it flies.
Oh,
Wow. So
well,
you
get
are
it
serving it
fast.
now? I mean, you are serving it?
Yeah,
it's
I want to say we have
Oktoberfest,
another
huh?
2 kegs of it in the back.
Yeah, I got
there.
2 more in the back.
Okay,
Well,
we'll come
Oktoberfest is
down.
coming
You have
up,
to
right?
Try
Yes.
it out with your.
Does it really have real Hefe stuff in there? The little,
It does.
yeah, very
But
cool.
I don't know that. There's stuff in there.
Well, Hefeweizen, you don't know what Hefeweizen mean?
I take in German. What does it mean?
Well, Hefe is a fungi. The fungi will go and make the beer.
Yeah.
And so if you see, that's the real Hefe. That's
the
the real.
original.
Okay. What did the full glass say to the empty glass?
What?
You look drunk. All right. Your favorite beers that mix with,
Oh, I
That
get it.
Irish cream stout with that root beer.
and what are the top best 3 selling beers?
So
Enoteca.
we have a couple of them. A really popular one is that Cali Squeeze Blood Orange. They also make 805. It's out of Firestone
Tried
Walker.
that. I've
It's like a
tried it.
blonde ale, but really good if you take that Blood Orange and you mix it with just a little bit of the Maid Marian cider out of Two Towns. Yeah, we do a lot of mixing back there, especially
Oh.
with the different variety of 35 beers.
Cool is that? I mean, you got more than all the breweries in town, including Misty Mountain is right here next to us. I don't know if you noticed that. We're right next door to Misty Mountain.
Hey, Charles,
Yeah.
pretend Daryl Winkleman isn't here. How is it to work for him?
I was kind of waiting for that question. Daryl's a really good guy. Like he said, the first time I started out, he was just like, "Yeah, you need some hours. Go ahead, get out there, get started." He's always been there to kind of help his employees and their families personally. Daryl, I'd like to thank you. All the experience, the guidance, and support you give me over the years, both professionally and personally, have just been amazing. Helped me in so many aspects of my life, and I'm
Thank you.
proud to be his
It is.
bartender.
It is when you come out. When whoever talks with Daryl, employee-wise, it's not like, oh, I don't want to be here. It's always friendly.
it's like
and-
a friend.
Yeah. Very.
It's a
cool.
family.
It's a
Yeah.
Cool family. What is your absolute favorite thing about being a bartender? And then you could ask the least
Yeah, I
favorite.
thought you already said it. What don't you like
Just the
about
connections with all my regulars.
Right. Oh,
All right. So now let's move over to the True Northern Productions. What is that?
True Northern Productions is just kind of something I came up with. A lot of places like to get their name out there. A lot of people don't really pay for the advertisements and stuff, but we have videos, flyers, promotional contents for different bands and everything like that. We've worked with, of course, the Doc and Jacques radio show, Enoteca restaurant, the Mighty Steelheads, different things, just kind of putting out different flyers for the bands that we have that come through Enoteca. It's a good start.
So it's a promotional company that you own and design and man and you're the CEO and the
Pretty much
CFO,
everything.
And you use AI,
A lot of AI.
which is what? Artificial?
So I use like the ChatGPT and video AI and stuff like that. These things, you can just type a couple things into there and it does all the work for you nowadays. A lot of people have came to me being like, I need to get my business out there. And I'm like, hey, just give me that. Give me some information. We'll make you a flyer and we'll get it out
you
there.
did a great video for us that we did, the Doc and Jacques, and Bertie Finch does it too. She's done a couple of things for us.
She's helped me out in a lot of advice and different things for those videos. She puts out a lot. What is it called? The Bird's Eye View.
Bird's Eye View.
And she works with the One King Entertainment as well. We'll talk about her as well. Now, is AI here to stay, do you think?
I think so. Now, without a doubt. Now, I want to say it's changing the way we work and create for the better and everything. Now, the future of AI, I want to say we're not really sure, but right now we're all in the points where we can enjoy the best things about it.
Yeah, I think no doubt it will propel time much faster for the gooder,
What's the
or worser.
What's the absolute best thing about AI?
Just as easy as it is
Make
to
it
kind of
so
get your
easy.
business out there and, like even if just personal questions, you ask it something, it'll give you a detailed description and
You get it. You
It's
get it.
amazing.
It's a little bit slow on the uptake for me because I'm not
it's
sure.
frustrating sometimes. It has like small errors and stuff that you got to
yeah.
go back and fix constantly, but it does what it's
Do you think
supposed
it's
to.
do you think it's going to take over everything eventually?
Not everything. There will always be a place for humans, I want to say.
How about an AI robot serving beer?
That would be something to see, but I think people still want like a friendly face behind the bar.
Probably already have that in China.
They probably
Yeah,
they do.
probably do.
I was in Las Vegas over the 3rd of July.
Okay,
Yeah,
robot you
And
saw.
it's had 2 robots, arms behind a bar, and I have a video, and you sit on a computer, and you punch in the drink you want, and this arm goes over and makes your drink. It shakes it, does everything.
Oh,
They
wow.
even have those little robots going around the casino with the water bottle
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
It felt like it was
those
following
together.
me the other day.
you know, we are exposed to a lot. Every time you use an ATM, we're used to.
Can you detect when something is done by AI? Or
Yes, a lot of the times, like pictures and stuff like that, if you put a picture onto there, it will recreate it, but there will be small flaws that you can actually see into there.
that you can detect because you have seen a lot?
Yeah,
So-
mostly.
Wow, wow.
great.
Well, now they have those videos that you can just take a picture of somebody and have them say whatever you would like them to say, just
Oh my
recreate it.
God.
It's
Yeah.
that's a little
Crazy.
scary with it.
It's
but-
scary, right?
Okay, big question here. Do you possibly think that Daryl Winkleman is a robot in disguise?
Well, if he is, he's the
He's more
hardest
like an
working robot I've
octopus.
met.
Yeah, he has his hands all over. He has to do everything.
No response from you, Daryl?
No, I'm just
He's
laughing.
programmed to laugh.
They programmed me to just laugh at that when I came in.
Oh my goodness! All right, Dr. Gigi recently told me I better start watching my drinking. So now I drink in front of a mirror. All right. Thank
Okay,
you,
we'll move on to
Charles Passmore,
John Mendoza.
telling us about your life. But yeah, John, ask some
Hey.
questions for John Mendoza, who's
Yeah,
a veteran
how-
of the show.
That was one time in the 90s. I don't want to talk about it.
Is that when you got married? No. Yeah, how is the Mendoza family doing?
Barbara and Rachel.
Oh, they're well.
They're
Tired.
well.
Probably she's tired. She worked today. She got up really early and went in there to handle stuff at the store.
At
Right.
Safeway. She's at Safeway.
He's at Safeway, right?
I understand your dad lives down the street, right?
2 doors down from me.
Cool.
Dang,
How
that's
old is
very
Dad?
cool.
Yeah. 78.
Cool. Good. He's lived there.
76, I'm sorry.
Whoa, 2 years. How is Cut It Like the King's doing?
We're doing good.
Yeah.
The new guys, Jeff Walker and Kurt Kirkby, are adjusting. And
You guys sound great.
I think they do. I think.
And we got
Go
the
for it.
Fred Love Machine.
Fred
in the
Love
back.
Machine in the back. We got Damian Haycock running our sound. Bertie Jake
Okay,
Finch
that's
always
right.
in
She's
the media.
always
And,
there, yeah.
and our personal photographer.
Yeah.
And the guy now, is it Damien? You said is he the
Damien.
guy with the kind of long hair.
Yes.
Wears the cap backwards. Cool. Yeah. Okay, he's a good guy.
Yes, yes.
So you're here more for the One King Entertainment. What is One King Entertainment?
One King Entertainment is my way of trying to promote more local artists, give them a bigger platform to perform on. that's why I started it, and it started with the one festival we did, and I just
That's when it started. So
The
just
festival you did a couple of months ago,
back May 31st at Port-au-Prince South Beach.
and that was a huge success, right?
Yeah, we had 8 bands, 20 vendors or so, food vendors and vendors, 10-minute change-outs. We had a Stillheads closed out the night on the inside. It was all day. It was a
Redwood
long day.
Records was helping you there, right?
Redwood
Ray
Records, Ray
Martel.
Martel, JD. They had a crew, Paul Westerman, I believe. They were all there. They made that outside
just
stage
'cause you've all
happen.
been on the show. That really worked well for you. We had a great day. We had a lot of fun there, man.
it was
a
great.
yeah.
So your One King Entertainment company is only less than a year old?
Yes.
Oh, my
the idea
goodness.
came after November. We had a kind of a band switch up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I decided that I wasn't going to be held hostage, so to speak. My band, this is why I'm going to do it. And I had the idea, well, One King Entertainment, you know.
Oh, very cool. So what's your mission statement, if you can?
Bringing unity to the community through music and art.
Unity
in
to
every
the
form.
community.
Music and
Hey,
art.
That's a good one.
Michael Gors, write that one down. Right? Our engineer, he's going, yeah, we're bringing unity to the community.
I have my moments.
You're iconic, man. You are so cool.
So what's planned for next year? We had the big in
So,
April,
Same thing. Okay, what was the name of that festival you
Yeah.
had 2 months ago?
The
May 31st.
music festival, One King Entertainment Music Festival,
Okay.
Port-au-Prince South Beach.
And so that was the first annual?
Yeah, we had over 2,000 people.
I know.
There. It was
a hit.
but Lane Carpenter from the radio came up and he was like, for the first one, we didn't know if it was going to go, and it was really everybody was happy.
So you're going to have another one next year around the same?
We are. I mean, we're going to have it. Barbara already wants me to change the date because I have it.
Okay,
it's hard.
cool.
I got to juggle some scheduling.
All right, I got to talk to you both Daryl and John, about. You both are very concerned, genuinely concerned about our town down to the south of us here in Brookings and Crescent City and its image. Daryl, you and I spoke with it when you were on the Jacques Talk show with me about a year and a half ago, and you expressed some of your concerns with downtown. It just seems like, what do we got to do to turn the page on Crescent City and get it back? There's so many things going on for it, but it's still lagging behind it. The downtown just doesn't quite ignite everybody's
Exactly.
blood.
I believe it's the ones in charge running it. They need to just like venture out and change, because they have a way to bring in so much revenue into that town, but it just seems like you got to jump over so many hurdles and do so many things to even do it.
Get anything going.
Yeah,
Get
it's just
going.
they jump you through so many hoops, and then a lot of people just say the heck with it. I don't want to do it, you know.
Right.
But it's people putting it on. Like John, he came to me and he says, you got the pirate theme going on. He says, let's do a Renaissance festival.
Cool.
I'm down.
Right on.
Let's do it.
At Enoteca, coming up on the 30th.
Yes.
Saturday.
And I believe it should be a very big turnout, But it's just little things like that. If they allow us to do it, it'll bring so much down there.
This
and
would
into
be,
the town.
This would really be the third musical festival new, because we had the one on Whale's Head.
So that was the Parks and Recreation. They had that
Yeah,
going on.
right.
The Kicks for Kids with the Delaware Realtors Association. They did that. We have the harbor. We have the city. We have venues to do things.
And
It's
maybe
just
this
put
is
it
the
into
year,
motion.
right? Yeah.
After Deck Party at Enoteca is famously huge.
Every year.
That's just massive. What a fun thing. John, you're an elk. I mean, right? You're an elk.
Yes.
Are you working in cahoots with Dan? We know Dan, and you're always working on getting the downtown recognized and getting some people in there. Now that new wine bar is opening. Is it not near
On
you?
Third, yeah.
It's right up the road.
That's Jen and Matt Fenner,
Yeah.
who have been on the show.
Yep.
We're talking about their High Note Winery. What else is needed, John, in your estimation? What would you like to see? Just a vibrant downtown?
More activities, more organized, correctly activities. You can't plan. My biggest thing is when I see something that's happening, it's usually I see it the week of.
Right.
Like,
That's
it just
right.
popped up. I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I don't have time. I didn't plan for this. I'm going out of town or anything like that. I went to Daryl with the idea for the Renaissance while I was in the beginning stages of the other festival, because you got to start planning for stuff. And I was going back and forth, probably bugging them. Hey, what about this? What about that? We can do this? We can do that. But then now we're sitting and we're just kind of crossing the T's and dotting the I's for everything to happen in a couple of days.
And hopefully it's going to be easier for the next time around if you want to plan something.
We're learning. Barbara and I are really learning, and Birdie, every time we come up with an idea now we know we have to do this. Now we know we got to put this on our vendor form so that they're aware that there's a $19 business fee that we find out about the week of. Little things, like you were saying, you got to jump through a lot of stuff. So with the harbor, there's one way of doing it, and with the city, there's another way of doing it.
Yeah. So tell us what's going on.
What's the details? Give us the details.
August 30th
at Enoteca.
Renaissance at Enoteca. It's turkey legs.
What time does it start? Like 10 in the morning, 11?
11 a.m. Everything will be set up and ready to go. Music will start at 12. We have Rogue Moment opening up. They're from Grants Pass. I wanted to bring a different vibe. Because I hadn't seen other. No, I'm sure there might be bands and artists out there, but I don't know them personally. A hip hop type of a good vibe with Lee Spivey the Flavor going on second. Cut Like the Kings will go on next, and then Sniggle Fritz with Rob Jacob and Mike White and all those guys will close it out on the outside, and then Tequilma will close it out on the inside. Roughly around 7 or 7:30.
So it's going to be an all-day event, basically.
An all-day event. We have some food vendors. McGowan's Munchies will be out there. I think she's making birria tacos. But the big thing I'm looking forward to is the turkey legs.
Big monster turkey legs.
Turkey legs.
Big ones.
smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
And you're going to be pouring a lot of beer, Charles.
Yeah, we'll actually have, I want to say, 2 to 4 beers on tap, actually out back in our... 4 beers, actually.
Really? So your first time ever having, or you've done that on the after deck party or not?
Years ago, I used to do it in the back.
Okay, now you've got that new fence up, so is it all going to be constrained inside there?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the beer is going to be.
Yeah, the beer, you can come in. I'll have tables,
chairs.
chairs.
Where's the band's going to be, John?
It's on the other side.
So if you're familiar with the way that corner block is, he's tied to Tri-Counties.
Yep.
So Tri-Counties parking lot to that grassy area at the corner, and then down to his back parking lot. It's all going to be enclosed.
The whole area.
We'll have a band. I have Hemmingson truck. Hopefully everything will work out. We'll have a log truck on the corner for our backdrop of the stage, and we'll hang some banners up there.
Oh,
and then we'll have the stage out there.
Yeah.
So it's just, we're hoping that we'll have a really good turnout. We've been promoting it. A lot of people are talking about it. And then next year, maybe we'll go bigger.
It should not hopefully rain, right?
It's supposed to be nice.
Whoa.
Okay, good.
Wow.
We're getting a lot of people here in Brookings are listening to this, so maybe this is the weekend to take a trip down south.
Yeah, come down to our harbor. Come down to our stadium.
Right.
Yeah, you got it right.
35 beers.
35
and 4 in the bag.
And 4 in the
four in the back, and cider.
Were you doing tri-tip sandwiches or something?
I am.
Yeah.
And what's the actual event called? It's called the Renaissance
at Enoteca 2025.
Man, okay. So the food is there. The vibes are good. It's going to spill out into the street, front and back, with live music throughout the day, right? And
a lot of people are going to be dressing up in costume.
Okay, that's another thing. What are you going to wear, Charles?
I really want to do like a kind of knights kind of thing. I have a buddy of mine making a sword, but we're going to hope it's done by Saturday.
A sword, yes. And
Are you going to cut the beer tops off? You know, the little
I was thinking about putting a sign out that called the bar like a knight's tale, kind of go into a little bit of the Renaissance theme and everything. So we'll see what we kind of come up with. I know Daryl's got a lot of good ideas to set everything up out there.
Right on. And John, what other events? Anything down the line for us?
I've already working on something, kind of a Crescent City chili cook-off competition for October. I have several different restaurants that are willing to participate in that. It'll go to charities. The Elks is one of them, and Friends of the Crescent City Harbor will be the other one. And that'll be something that will have 16 to 20 beers on tap.
Right. Okay.
And bands playing and everything?
And live music, and vendors.
And do you know where?
At the harbor. I didn't know there was an old sheriff's building. I didn't have any idea. I guess that's where they stored their boat. But if you know where the Purple Cat is in the harbor,
we do know the
it's
purple
a building across from that.
Do you smell what I smell at that Purple Cat?
Yeah. It's not the Purple Cat building, but it's across from that. And I met with the maintenance guy last week, and that was the better option for safety reasons. And so we'll go in there and we'll make it happen. And then I have another idea.
Well, what's that?
Hear it?
Yeah, we want to hear it.
Great idea.
Heard it here first.
Wham Bam Thank You Clam Chowder Fest.
Wham, bam, thank you.
You got the rhyming
Chowder.
down with all these, man.
Clam.
In February,
Fest.
when you want to eat clam chowder, when it's wet and cold and clam chowder. So
Wow.
That's going to be
take
indoor.
my idea, it's patented.
Okay, all food things. Okay, Daryl, back to you. I got to ask.
Feature my smoked salmon chowder.
Whoa, that
very
sounds
cool.
really hot.
You're
to me.
in cahoots?
I want to ask Daryl, did we get some new restaurants coming in? How do you look at the competition? Is it a healthy competition? You're welcome, because the more restaurants is going to bring more people downtown. That's
It does.
how I look at it.
And it is. I don't look at it as. I just do my thing.
Right.
So, and there's enough of the pie if everybody works it right.
Right.
And everybody can do it, because one week you may be slammed, the next week you're not, because they're trying the other places.
Yeah.
But you just got to come up with different things to do,
Cool.
In Crescent City, that's how it always works. Something new opens and everybody goes.
Okay, now Christina's closed after how many years?
Very
Did they
Oh,
close?
she was there for a long
And
time.
I just had discovered it like 1 year ago.
I know.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh man. Okay, so and then the old Glens is now becoming the
Cayuchi
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 people?
Cafe breakfast, and then they're going to do, I think they're going to do steaks at night. That's what I've been hearing, but
Okay.
more of a breakfast thing, because they want to bring the breakfast that they do up there down to Crescent City.
Okay.
From what I'm hearing, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because
they're
it's
very
always a
successful and
traffic
You've got to
jam up
drive,
there.
and people don't like to drive that far. They love it, but
Right, and it's windy road to get up there.
And Itza Pizza is going to open.
Is
their-
Pizza Pizza gonna? That's
Yes.
Right around the corner.
That's,
Or by Please Walk.
what's his name?
Yeah.
Jace.
Jace.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's open up where Everett's was.
And then the winery, High Note Winery, where Jen and
Right down
Matt
the road.
Brenner, right across the street.
So it's
And
happening.
there is something else, right? There seems to me there's something else, but I just can't think of it now.
It's great that businesses or people are taking the chance and opening something like Jace with
Right.
pizza and the winery, because it gives people options. Well, let's go downtown and look.
Right.
And they may have never been into Enoteca and they walk in, or they're going to vice versa, and it's great for everybody.
Yeah, food draws people, right? You don't have to
does.
eat, but it at least gets you there.
And the beer choices with Charles' beaming face and the iconic John Mendoza walking around, and then the affable and everybody's friend, Daryl Winkleman. We are about at that end of our show, gentlemen.
May I say something really quick?
Please
Little
do.
Yes.
burning
Shout out
desire.
everything.
So, right around the time, a year or two after he opened, this is right when I was trying to find people for the band for Like the Kings.
Okay.
I had lunch with Barbara in there, and I think it was one of the Taylor burgers, the burgers he made. And amazing, I looked at that stage, I go, I'm going to be on that stage. And when I formed the band, I went to Daryl and I said, hey, this is me, got a band, we do this. From day one, upfront, honest, straightforward, handshake, look in the eye when he's talking to you.
Yep.
And that's one of the things I appreciate about Daryl.
Daryl
and
here.
Enoteca is
Charles.
looking in the eye. He's not going to give you any crap. And just gonna tell you how it is. So I appreciate him.
Right on.
Thank you.
Very good. Yes.
Thank you so much. We are out of time.
No, we're not. You
we
can
got a
still
whole
say,
minute?
my uncle named his dogs Timex and Rolex.
Oh, well, they're watchdogs. Right. Let's see. A new study has come out that shows that 7 out of every 3 people have trouble with mathematical statistics. What do you call a cow with only 2 legs, Daryl? Lean beef. It's lean.
I would have called him ground beef because he's on the ground.
What did the little calf say when it looked at the leather sofa? Mama.
All right, you're done. Thanks, y'all, for being here. You have been listening, everybody out there, to the Doc and Jacques show on KCOW LP 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon.
Okay.
We hope you have enjoyed our 3-guest show as much as we have.
Yes. And anybody, if you know of someone that would be great on the show, that would be an interesting person, and they'd like to be on the show with us, you could reach out to us by going to docandjacques@gmail.com or friend me on Facebook, Jacques Kepner. Now, stay tuned for the Tony Durso show on KCIW, and now he's going to be being down at KCZH too. Thank you for all the listeners down south and KFUG.
Thank you all our guests. Thanks for listening.
Right on, you guys. Fun and easy show, right? Peace and love to everybody. Take care.